Hey guys, I don't know how good this is going to work. Uh, Let me know if you can hear me. I'm downloading a backup now of Stunt Hanger. Stunt Hanger is back up temporarily. As I told you, I'm trying to move Stunt Hanger from a smaller server to a larger server. And the problem is I don't speak Tagalog anymore. And even when I was over there, I didn't speak it that good. All the all the support team has been transferred from the United States to the Philippines, and they may speak good English, but they don't understand good English or Southern profane English. So there's some things lost in translation. Let me give you a rundown of what happened. Stunt Hanger's been gone for a day. Uh, I thought this was going to be a catastrophe, but I got it figured out. Anyhow, what happened is they mirrored the site from Stunt Hanger with an E to Stunt Hanger with an A. So I own Stunt Hanger with an A. So if you type in Stunt Hanger with an A, it would have taken you to Stunt Hanger with an E. Well, the SSL, the security socket, was screwed up. So you're probably getting errors like hackers trying to invade your website or whatever. They weren't. It's just a computer thing, and that's just how it works. And so anyhow, so all the files they were copied from Stunt Hanger with an E to Stunt Hanger with an A. That was all well and good. Now, they were supposed to keystroke in, change Stunt Hanger with an A to Stunt Hanger with an E. Well, they couldn't figure out how to get that done. So now what's happening is I'm sucking everything off a Stunt Hanger into a terabyte drive sitting there. I'm going to let it run all night long, whatever it takes to get that data. The database is 46 gig, just the database, off the server onto my backup drive. So I have to manually, next week, we'll look at it next week. I have to manually take this terabyte drive and upload it to the new server that I've renamed with an E. So it's been a royal pain in the butt. It's been 2 days of nonstop phone calls, emails, text messages, and on the phone with the Philippines. Please, if Stunt Hanger goes down, I'm the first one to know. Nobody has to call me. Nobody has to send me an email. Nobody has to send me a text. I already know about it. And it's been a nonstop barrage of emails and texts that Stunt Hanger's down. Everybody's in a panic. I called the Philippines, and we temporarily moved everything back to the Stunt Hanger with an E server just so I could stop the phone calls and regroup and suck the data off so that I can wipe it out and move it onto a clean server. It's way over my head. It's ridiculous. It should be so simple. It's kind of like when John and I were looking at my program, my graphics program. There ought to be an easy way just to tilt all these things over. There's got to be a button and there was, but it took us 2 hours to find that one button. So because I don't do this every day, and this site has been built over 15 years of coding and the guy who looked at it said, I got no idea what kind of coding this is. I said, well, it's the kind that works. And they couldn't figure out the coding. So what I'm going to have to do is I have to go through and do this all myself once again, because I don't have the money to pay somebody to sit down and figure out all this PHP. they said, well, we don't do that. We just do WordPress. Well, this ain't WordPress. This is all, it started out as SMF and ended up as Stunt Hanger code so that we can make it work. So I apologize for the confusion. It's not really my fault. It is my fault because I wasn't on top of it, but it's not my fault because they don't understand English. So yeah, you're right. When they I forgot that guy's name, the plate spinner. I'm a plate spinner, that's for sure. Build airplanes, write the script, go to the contest, run the website. I ain't making no money on this, that's for sure. But we did. I mean, the minute that I opened that up, I had the support guy on the phone with me. The minute that I opened that up, there was 127 people logged on. He said, "I can't believe it." I said, "By the end of the night, there'll be 1,000." So, all right, that's enough of that. I apologize. We'll do a little inking on this. I'm not going to stay on for a full hour tonight. I'm surprised, to be honest with you. I'm surprised that this is even working because right now I'm running files. What's that say? Home stunt hand data number open. Oh well, we won't worry about that. I just got to get the pictures and everything off the public_HTML folder. And if there's something missing, I'll go in and hand code it, whatever. All right. So as you can see, I'm not running my normal program where I can switch cameras. There's too much stuff running on this laptop now, and I'm surprised it's even working to stream at the same time. But we'll go ahead and ink up the stabilizer. And I'm freaked out, man. What a pain. So once again, everything's by eyeball. I do everything by eye. Let's get you down here close, and we'll get you in there so you can see what I'm doing. So we need a line here. Make it square with the trailing edge. We'll make it. I think we'll do it on the white. We'll start off on the white. That'll make it look a little better. So I want it parallel with that. Actually, no, I'll start off on the blue. That way I don't have to wrap it because it go around into the check. I'm cheating. I don't have a whole lot of time to get this done. Everybody got to have their stunt hanger fix. Eric Brin, that's the guy's name. Eric Brin. I forgot. Eric Brin, the plate spinner. So we have that there. Let's do one on the tip here. We'll do that in the white because it goes around. Yeah, it goes around into a check, so that's good. We'll come out about 3/8 of an inch. Finish that up with a ruler. I'm going to make sure this is pushed in so it gets on there square. I wish you guys knew how much work this website really is. And I got a little split on it. Shoot. Yeah, we won't worry about it. I'm just trying to make it easy. Except I can't deal with that. It's a little mistake. I mean, it's just a tiny mistake, but I can't live with that. You see that little mistake there? We got to get that off. Now, if I hadn't cleared this, getting that off would be next to impossible. It would stain the white so bad. Now we want 70 proof. A lot of guys wouldn't even mess with it. You know, they go, oh, that's close enough. But that ain't me. Okay, so I moved it. You kind of got to watch that too. If you can move the smuts. So I've taken the smuts out. We'll reposition the ruler and draw it in again, and go around the corner. Is it that big a deal? Not really, because if somebody can see that, they're standing way too close. But the problem is I can see it. And trust me, if I can see it, Jim Lynch can see it, and we can't have that. Okay, so now I fixed that on the top there. I have to go around the corner. In order to go around that corner, we're going to go freehand. You go freehand, yeah, freehand. So we only went to the center line of the hinge. That'll be fine. Now I got a little spot here that needs repaired because it didn't get on there right. So we'll take some alcohol and wipe that off. You can also scrape these with an X-Acto knife if you have a tail. If you let it dry, you can kind of pick it off. But in this instance, best just to wipe it off. Once it's wiped off, turn the paper towel because all you'll be doing is smearing it. I think maybe I'm too wound up to be inking tonight because normally I don't make any mistakes. And I've made 2 already, but I've been working on this damn website since 4 o'clock, 4:30. My last call to the Philippines was probably 2 hours long. A lot of yelling going on. Yeah, man. You know what? I couldn't get it off. I'm going to remove it all and do it again. I need to move this over so I got some place to walk. Yeah, I didn't get a very good line here on this, so I'm going to just take it off. We'll do it one time instead of trying to fix a line. We'll just take it off and do it again. That one there is not too bad. We can leave that on there. So I got to put this on here to mate up with it. So this weekend, hey David. Oh yeah. ¿Cómo está now, mabote? Idiots. Oh yes, we speak good English. We speak good English. Yeah, you speak good English, but you don't understand English. Not a bit. That was the right move. How do you figure the great Mr. Sparky? I ain't great. I just like to get shit done the right way. The most important thing to do when you're inking is to stop that line exactly on the other line. Because if you don't, it leaves a tail. And those tails will get you downgraded. So we want one on the leading edge here. Blue is so dark in here I can't see it. I think we're just the ink lines are going to be very minimal on this airplane. Like I say, I don't have time. So we need to do one here. I think what I'll do is I'll do this way. I'll tape it on there. Tape it on and take it off. I get comfortable because I can't get comfortable in that position. Saturday at John's will be the final painting video on this airplane. Then it'll be a few polishing videos. Then we're going to go on to the RC Astro Hog. I know some guys aren't really interested into RC, but I'm trying to expand the hobby, the sport, whatever you want to call it. We got to get RC guys involved. No drones, but RC guys. And we're not going to worry about that. We'll just go down to the hinge here. Close enough. Close enough for who it's for. I'm sure everybody's... No, we're not going to paint this in the art show paint job. I mean, red, white, and blue is cool, but I'm not going to do another striped checkerboard type airplane. We might do something different, but... So that's about all I'm going to do on the elevator and flaps. So we got 1, 2, 3 lines on the damn thing, and that's it. What is that? Somehow it got a smuts on there. I don't know how I did that. I'm just thankful the Stunt Hanger is back up and running. I'm going to take this back off. Yeah, that ain't ink. That ain't nothing. This right here can kill your ink job in a heartbeat. You would not believe what a mess this makes if you hit an ink line. It just smears it right off. So if you can use a Q-tip. Okay, I got it, whatever it was. I don't know what it was. It wasn't ink, but it was something. The guy, Little History, says, I can't believe how much attention to detail I pay. Well, you got to understand, when you got judges that are looking at it 2 inches away, hey, what are we going to do about this? And they're feeling all this stuff. You got to pay attention. Okay, so that's all we're going to do there. One, 2, 3 lines, and that's it. I should be able to wrap them up in 20 minutes, I'd hope. Now this has all been sanded, so it's smooth. And when it gets another coat of clear on it, it'll be buried. So, and the thing is, I'm going to do gold leaf lettering on this airplane, but I'm not going to do that until after the Nats. The reason being is I'm out of time. You know, it might take me 2, 3 nights to get it ready to go, and I'm done. I'm out of time. John, he can attest to this. When I start spraying this, I'll spray a certain amount on this airplane. I'll stop and weigh it. And when I get to my target weight, which in this case, unfortunately, is 61 ounces now and not 59. We're 2 ounces overweight. It's 58 right here. Yes, 1500 is what the clear was sanded with. It's 58 right here, all up, ready to go. I'm figuring that if I put 2 ounces of clear on it, it should really pop. I mean, that's more clear than I normally do. I'm going to put another pint unthinned on this airplane. And that'll probably be about 1.5 ounces. So that'll bring me up to 61 ounces. Still lighter than that one, but not as light as the 58 ounce one. I also have to check the balance. Of course, this motor is heavier than the other engine, so I can add a little more clear and still have directional stability. I don't want to be tail heavy. I don't want to add nose weight. So I need to make a line right kind of in the center of this right here. So let's do that real quick. Let's stay parallel. Stay parallel to the stripes, about in the center of them. You guys need to get yourself some rapidographs. If you can find them. And I can't get comfortable with this. Okay, you got that one. Okay. That's a pretty good looking line there. So now I need one at 3/16 off the red. So that'll be okay. Like I say, I'm not going crazy with the ink on this because out of time. So far, so good. We got a little bit of smudge there I need to get off. Use a little alcohol. Looks like a little Windex residue. Now this has been wiped down several times with Windex and alcohol and all that. But I have ink on it now. You cannot wipe it down again until the ink lines are sealed. And normally what you can do is take an airbrush and go over the ink lines a few coats. What date are the Nats? 22nd of next month. So I got 30 days approximately. 19 and 19, 20, 21, 22. 23 or 33 days. This airplane has to be done, rubbed, test flown, and I have to practice with it. It's going to be, we're going to get the hump on, that's for sure. I got 2 flights in for the year. That's it so far. It's not a very good flying season. the Nats were at the end of the summer instead of the beginning, it'd be a whole lot better for us here in the Midwest, that's for sure. You know what? I missed that line. Damn. So, not to worry, we'll take it off. And the only reason I can do that is because it was cleared. Oh, smeared it over there. Moving it around. That's okay, not a big deal. New paper towel. Now you talk about wound up. Have you guys been on Stunt Hanger today, this evening? I mean, it just came up within the last hour. Almost felt like Al Rabe was still alive. Yeah, I had 7 practice flights last year. Yeah, imagine if I had 10. Yeah, sure. But there again, I was flying an old shoe. This is a new shoe now. You gotta break in the shoe leather. And if it's real windy, like it was that one June that I can't remember what year it was in June, Howard Rush had his anemometer up on top of a pole and it was going. I won't be flying again. It'll be a DNF. Much as I like to compete and fly and have a good time, it ain't worth hitting the ground. Much better, much better. So now there's one line left. I better wait so I don't smear it. 50 mile an hour, holy moly. Yeah, it's all still there. And it's downloading onto my computer right now. I think we got about, I don't know, 20 or 30,000 files uploaded or downloaded on. I can't tell. I'm just doing the public underscore HTML. The last time it was modified was 5/19, so that's today. So I'll feel much better once I have a backup. They can do whatever they want because I can pick it up and move it. I think that happened to Leonard, and Leonard didn't know how to get out of it. Bob Kroger was his webmaster or web designer. And personally, I don't think Kroger stayed on top of it enough. I think he passed away, unfortunately. I mean, he was a nice guy, but I'll tell you what happened with Stunt News. Stunt News didn't do itself any favors. I was going to host Stunt News on Stunt Hanger, and people started whining about that political thread that was going on Stunt Hanger. So they just shot themselves in the foot, because now there's no way I would do it. You know, if somebody else wants to take on that responsibility, knock yourself out, buddy. You'll be real surprised. Especially when you're doing it for free. Okay, so get comfortable. I guess some people have left Stunt Hanger and went over to Facebook. See ya. I don't mine data. I don't sell data. I don't sell email addresses. You got to remember, Facebook is free, but nothing in life is free. So what are they selling? They're selling you. That's what they're selling. That turned out pretty good around the corner. I'd have to hit that after it gets cleared. I need to get some clear on this to harden it up. I mean, these first two coats hardened it up, but I'll have to pick that off with a knife. Make sure they're both the same. Don't fall down. You know, one year I was in this position. I don't think I've ever told this story. I was in this position, about this far along, about this amount of time left for the Nats, and I was going to complete an airplane. I try to show up with a new airplane every year at the Nats. Of course, I did fly the one several years in a row, but my Thunderbolt and also my Junar. But I was about in this position, about this amount of completion, and about a week before the Nats, I flipped it off my bench and broke it right there at the trailing edge of the wing. The fuselage broke off. Needless to say, I did not fly it that year. I mean, I glued it back together and it was flyable, but it wasn't perfect. It's kind of like my Tucker Special. I flew that last year in Classic, but I stepped on it here, leaning up against the other one, and I cracked that fuselage. I glued it back together. It's flyable, and it's not really a bad crack, but I'll never fly that airplane again. I'll give it away. Somebody else can fly it. Engine and all. They can. I wish the hell I didn't have to have that pilot in there, though. Yeah, Facebook is one long, ongoing thread of ringmasters and jumping beans and look at me, I'm the greatest. Whatever. I realize that some think that I do this because I think I'm the greatest. That's not true. That's not why I do this. I do this because there's a definite need for the information to get out there. When I see guys struggling as bad as they do with covering, wrapping lines, cutting ribs, whatever, alignment, can't get the hinges in right, and everything's binding up, I want to make sure that I put out the information that will you build like this? Some will, some won't. But at least you'll have enough information to know, hey, everything's got to move free, everything's got to be straight, everything's got to be rigid. Whether it looks like this when it's done, that all depends on you. How much time are you willing to stand next to the sandpaper? Because that is the magic, the sandpaper. And you're going to spend a lot of money on sandpaper. And that's just the way it is. So, unless I get over John's on Saturday and put this thing in his jig, put the wing down, and ink a couple lines on the fuselage, I think we're pretty much covered as far as ink work goes. It could possibly get a couple lines on the fuselage, but I got to be honest with you, I'm in no rush to do it. It's pretty tough to do. I'm out of time, so we'll shoot it this weekend, and I'll start sanding it Sunday. And the first flight will be next Tuesday. And hopefully it works. I'll take this one and the Tucker out, and we'll see which one of the two will. Well, thank you, Andrew. We'll take the two out and see which one flies the best. I might say, well, you know what? None of them fly worth a shit. I'll fly the old airplane again next year, and I'll jerk that one off the wall and doctor it up. It's got some cancer on it, man. I don't know why the covering is separated on the fuselage. No place on the wing is the covering separated. It's only separated on the flats. And I think it's because it's hanging up high and the heat's getting to it. And the heat has caused the tissue to bubble in a couple of areas. I don't want to touch it because I'm working on this. This is oily. But it's got some bubbling going on here underneath the stab. I think the only way to fix that is going to be to grab a razor blade, do an operation, peel the skin off, take some Dr. Scholl's foot powder and alcohol, rub it all over there, get it all the oils off. And I did not know Bob Palmer. Yes, the Continental has a PA-75 in it, Craig. No, I didn't know Bob Palmer. Never met him. I liked his airplane, his Thunderbird. It was cool, but elliptical wing is not very efficient. So if you're looking to build an efficient wing, elliptical wing is not efficient at all. The neatest elliptical wing that I've ever seen was done by Jim Lee. It was called The Hummingbird. Real nice. Matter of fact, I need to call him and tell him the website's up. I tried to log in. I can't get on. Yeah, I know. Zambelli, if you're watching. Oh, yeah, I know of him. Yeah, I know of him. No problem. I know of Palmer and Lou McFarlane, and I let Bob, some of the older guys, the heroes, like Bob Lampione, won the Nats one time, 1969. He flew my airplane one year. He liked it, but he said it looked like a guppy on the end of the line. Yeah, it did. Big old pot belly guppy, but it was only 58 ounces, so that was he's used to flying them 80-ounce turds. Trust me, if you fly a sub 60 big airplane, you'll know what you got. It's good. Bob Palmer left his Thunderbird with Dave Day when he went back to the USA. Huh. Dave Day, my nemesis. He's always giving me crap. He doesn't know me. I don't know him. I got nothing against him. Let's see where we are at balance. How much clear I'm going to be able to put on this thing. Let's see, so you can see what I'm doing here. Now this airplane is in flight trim. 1/2 ounce of tip weight, and it'll be around there. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. Fuel tank, fuel lines, all the wheels are on it, the props on it. The only thing it's missing is the glue to glue the hinges on. And that ain't gonna weigh diddly. Don't drop it. Okay, let's see what we got for balance. Okay, it balances about right there. So I don't want to move it any further. About a 1/4 inch back would be all I want to move it, so I don't want to add much. But because of the way I build and the way that I weigh everything, no problem. Jim Kostecki left his Formula S with Art Schaefer. Now, Art Schaefer was a friend of mine. He had Schaefer's hobby. He used to call me up and say, "I got the wood." All right, I'd come down there and rip through the wood. Buy all the good shit. I guess that's going to about do it for this evening. We got 50 minutes in, almost did an hour, but I kind of wanted to come on and let you know that Stunt Hanger was back online. I apologize for it being off for a day or whatever, but like I say, no speaking English. No savvy. So we're downloading the backup. I'm going to go to the back door. I'm going to knock everything down and re-upload it on a server that we know is going to work. Because our new server is twice its size, more than 100. It's 125% bigger. and 4 times as much RAM and more bandwidth, terabyte worth of bandwidth. But I got to get it configured right. And like I say, it's been a pain in the butt. So like, subscribe, share the videos, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Hopefully this thing will be done downloading, so it'll run a little better and I can run my other software. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow night. We might work on my new airplane. Like my new average kit? This is an average kit right here. This is my new airplane, the one after this. All right, guys. Thanks for the support, and we'll catch you later. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.